Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of Thinking Out Loud. So, I was thinking about some sales opportunities and ins and outs of sales and growing your sales and how to interact with customers, and really just looking at sales, the big picture. I see it, quite a bit, and it is one of the most powerful things that you could learn how to do is how to sell. And the most amazing thing that I found about sales is the ability to alter somebody else's belief. And that's really where it is, and that's what salespeople do is they take a prospect, a customer, a person from a standpoint of they're uncertain or they don't believe in this product or this service or this way of life, whatever that may be, and somebody can actually change their belief or their level of certainty in order to believe in that product, way of life, or whatever that new belief is. So if there was a salesperson out there that can sell you on just about anything, that would be pretty interesting and pretty amazing. And there is such a salesman that can actually sell you things that you don't need, sell you capabilities that limitations, so they can sell you on things that you can and can't do. There's just multiple things that they can sell you on, and the greatest salesperson in the world to you is you, because you're selling yourself on the beliefs that you have about what you can achieve in life, what you can accomplish in life, and what you can and can't do. And somewhere along the line, these ideas were pitched to you by somebody else, whether you saw it on TV or maybe you tried something and it didn't work, and that resulted in you selling yourself a belief that that doesn't work or it does work, whatever it may be. And so you can actually sell yourself lies. So the idea that you can't achieve a certain thing in your life, you can't reach this level, you cannot be this, could all be a lie. So I would challenge anybody to just analyze your beliefs and what you've sold yourself and realize that you have sold them to yourself and programmed your mind to believe that is true, and all that was a sale. So if there is good stuff out there, if there's positive out there, there's negative out there, and that is true. Hopefully you can see that in everything that has a positive, there's a negative, a yin and yang, if you will. So why would you focus and put your energy on all the negative? And why would you sell yourself only to believe the negative side of things and not sell yourself to believe the positive side of things? Because if the negative exists, the positive exists. So why would you choose to focus yourself on the negative? Because you're going to get the results of the negative, or believe that lie, if you will, which this is very powerful. If you believe that lie becomes your truth, and you'll live by it. So be careful what you feed into your mind to take in and believe as a truth without investigating and failing and adjusting and testing that philosophy yourself before you take somebody else's and allow them to instill their truths on you. So again, there's a positive and there's a negative. Watch what you buy into and what you're selling yourself. There's a lot of beliefs that we have. For instance, I thought before I can open up and talk to people or speak or have this conversation that I had to be a multi-millionaire, because nobody's going to listen to me unless I have millions of dollars, Ferraris, and all this super high level of success. And I sold myself that lie and have kind of been held hostage to it. And just because I believed it with 100%. I would look at some of the big real estate gurus or multi-level marketing or big businessmen that were successful motivational speakers or attraction marketing people, whatever they may be. And what I looked at on all of them is, okay, they went through the struggle, they did this business philosophy, or whether it was real estate or whatever business model that they got into. They built it really big, and then they made the rest of their money telling other people how they did it. So I thought the whole time, man, I got to start this business of whatever it may be and get to this super high level to where people will actually listen and value what I'm saying. And I believe that. And that actually held me back from speaking out and talking, because I was, I guess, insecure about actually what I have from a level of success. And literally, this video that I'm shooting right now, I'm shooting on my cell phone, okay? And this is in my basement. I have an office in the basement of my house. And hey, you know what? This has come a long way from where I've been. I've lived in a 600 square foot apartment with, obviously there is no basement or anything there. So this is definitely moving closer and closer toward my goals of where I want to go. So I wanted to just kind of illustrate that, just to say, hey, don't sell yourself short, and don't let where you're at right now stop you from getting to where you want to go. And those lies and those beliefs, again, if you believe them, they become your truth, but they're being spoken to by you, and you're planning those ideas, and you're selling yourself on those ideas, and really they can cost you your life. So if you want to, once you want to start doing something, I wanted to do videos and put podcasts out and start communicating with people on a big level. And what was holding me back is, hey, man, if I'm going to shoot videos, I got to have like a perfect background. I need to have a good pictures and bookshelves, or I need to be all digital and get the green screen so I can put up things behind me and be able to put digital messages in there and all these things. And I need a good microphone and I need all these things. Well, you have to start. And what happens is we will try to find things to get or that we need in order to stop from starting. So we'll say, oh, I need this to start. And trust me, everything that you say that you need to start, you'll get that thing, and then there'll be another thing that you're going to say that you need to start. Oh man, I can't go out and promote my business idea because I don't have business cards. Crap, I can't tell anybody until I get a business card. Or man, I need to have a website before I start talking about and promoting what I want to do. And now I need to have this website set up to be perfect to be able to do everything that I needed to do. So all of these things are stopping you from starting. So be careful when your mind will play tricks on you. Mine does it. Everybody's does it. And you'll want to do something. And that thing that you want to do is outside of your comfort zone. So your mind will put up roadblocks in order to keep you in your comfort zone, in order to keep your old beliefs in check, in order to keep those older ideas that you had from stopping you from accelerating and moving forward in what it is that you want to do. So if you want to, again, my goal, I want to add value to people. I want to be a professional speaker, and that I do have a sales background. I want to do sales seminars. I'm working on putting together a curriculum. These are all things that I'm working on, I want to do, and I can see myself doing. I love adding value to people, and even in making this video, if one person, sees it and gets some value from it, it's worth it to me. And in some cases, the person that gets value from it and sees it, I watch them myself. And then I learn how to better communicate in things that I did wrong so that I can be better to add more value to other people. So if you're going to do something, don't get all lost in the sauce about everyone else as well. Do it for you. Because when you start doing these things for you, it's building self-confidence in you and it's empowering you. The more you worry about what other people think and what other people have to say, you're giving away your power to other people. You're empowering them and giving them power over you, and nobody should have power over you except you. So you're in control of giving that power away, and you're also in control of using that power. So use the power that you have to accelerate and realize that you have it. Everything that you need to be successful in life, you can get it, you can have it, and most likely you've already got it. So I had put something in all the problems that we have out there. Most of them are in our head, and all the answers to the problems that we have are also inside our head. So you just have to ask the right questions to yourself and stop pushing yourself down a negative rabbit hole that's going nowhere. Why can't I do this? How come this isn't working? Why can't I do this? All those are going to give you the answers that you're going to get. So the way our brain works is literally it is a Google. Our brain is like a Google, and what you ask of it, it's going to give you the answer. So if you say, why doesn't this work for me? Or why can't I succeed in this? Your brain is automatically going to trigger those thoughts and those storage files inside your brain, and it's going to populate all the answers inside your brain. They're going to start coming up one by one. Well, you can't do it because you're not talented enough. Again, because you're not a millionaire and nobody's going to listen to you. All these different things will pop up. And then when you open one, you click on one because you're like, oh, wow, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm not a millionaire. So now it opens up more. So now you're on the landing page for why you can't do it. And it's giving you more and more information that's supporting the reason why you can't do it, which is the reason why you're in the position that you're in. So change your questioning and the questions that you ask yourself. Because if you're always staying in the negative, you're not going to get positive results. So you have to change your questioning. So instead of why can't I, how can I? What can I do? What do I need to do? And when you ask those questions, you're going to get the same Google results. Now, here's what gets scary. So you ask those questions, and now it says, well, hey, you could if you were to do X, Y, Z every single day. Maybe if you got up early again and early every day and started exercising, or you started making videos or working on your career or reaching out to these big maybe you need some more exposure, so you're reaching out to other influencers or whatever that may be. So now you've got these answers. Well, a lot of times now the other side of us is going to try and pick apart those answers. Well, you can't reach out to influencers. You're a nobody. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to. And then now you're putting yourself back in that negative situation. So for every question that you have, it's going to tee off. So, and what I mean by tee off is, so you asked a question, you got a positive answer, okay? That positive answer, and you also have a negative one. So it teed off. Well, now you go down the positive route. That's going to tee off again. And you can keep going down the positive road, or you can tee off and jump back to the negative road. And that's constantly how this thing just keeps working, and there's a snowball effect around it. I did a small little, on my last episode that I had, okay, the last video that I made, I was talking about a support group, and the more I was thinking about it, it's just extremely powerful. And your support group that you have is literally governing your productivity and your expectations of what you can accomplish and what you can do, because those people share similar beliefs to you. So if you believe, oh, I won't be able to make it because of XYZ, the people that you know support those beliefs and they'll agree with you. Ultimately, you're around a bunch of people that agree with you. So if you're around a bunch of people that agree that you can't be successful, or you can't make it, or your job's as far as you're going to go, or what you're doing is the best you can do, then you have nobody pulling you up to another level. So in order to change that, you're going to have to, and that support group are the borders of your comfort zone. So those people, they make you comfortable to be around, because they have a lot of the same values, if you will, or beliefs that you do, and also they have a lot of the same limitations that you do. So if you look at the income of your closest friends, you're probably within 10 to 20% of their income. And that's because your limitations. I had went to a seminar not that long ago, and this guy was calling it a financial thermometer. Okay, so he had brought it to a story about Donald Trump, and whether you like him, you hate him, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. It's not. This isn't a campaign video. Okay, this is just, hey, the guy was a billionaire. He lost all the money, all of it. He lost it all, and he came back and became a billionaire again. Why? Because his beliefs, his financial thermometer is what this guy called it, is set at billions. Yours might be set at 50 grand. Yours might be set at 100,000, 80 grand, 200,000. But it's set at a level that you believe and know that you can achieve. So guess what? You hit it. But there's a lid on it, because that's the limit that you believe to. So in order to get past that, one, you got to change your belief. And when you change your belief, the people around you that support your old belief are not going to agree with the new one. And you're going to get negative pushback, and you're going to experience, people saying that you can't do that. It's not going to happen. No way. It's happened to me, and I'm sure that it's happened to you if you're watching this video. And all you can do is continue to put positive in, because the information that you have coming in is either negative or positive. Flush out the negative with as much positive intake as you can get. So my ultimate goal is to put as much positivity out there as I can to make an impact out there, and hopefully make a change in other people's lives as well as my own, to constantly just have positive intake and help people to continue to move forward in a positive direction. It's out there for us. You can accomplish it. Find some people that agree with you. And look, if you don't have any friends or a social network that you can plug into that supports your beliefs, that you can make it, man, there's so much information out there. There's Tony Robbins, there is Jim Rohn, there's just tons of motivational speakers out there. There's I want to say Jim Quick is another great one. There's just Les Brown is definitely one of my favorites. He's got some good stuff. There's impact theory. There's so many different outlets where you can draw motivation from. Joel Osteen is great. That you can get these messages from. John Maxwell for leadership, and a lot of these people are my mentors. So they don't know that, but I'm constantly feeding on their information, and I'm reading information because I'm putting in positive. So one of the biggest laws that is, it's just such a secret, but it's not a secret, and it's right under our nose, and it is so simple that we overlook it and don't get it. So we're searching for this magical answer. What can I do to be successful? What can I do to change my life? Man, I'm going to read this book because I'm hoping to find that secret that's going to set me forward. I'm going to listen to this guy's podcast because I'm hoping that he's going to say something that's just going to unlock that secret potential. What it boils down to is the simplest law that is from the beginning of time, and it's called sowing and reaping. So sowing and reaping just simply means if you plant corn, you're not going to get apples, you're going to get corn. And so many of us plant corn over and over again, and we complain that we don't have apples. Or man, I didn't get oranges. Or man, I'm not getting watermelons. Whatever it may be, but you planted corn. And instead of looking at the root process of the seeds that you planted, we're complaining about the fruit that those seeds produced. So in order to change the fruit or get the fruit that you want, you got to change the seeds. All right? So thoughts are seeds. This video is a seed. Everything that you're taking into your mind, whether it's TV, interactions, everything that you're doing is seeds that are going into your mind. Okay? And they're being planted and they're producing fruit. So negative thoughts are seeds. What are they going to produce? Negative outcomes, more negative thoughts, negative income, more problems, everything negative. So you have to take in positive seeds. You are going to put out and get the results of what you put in. So you really just got to, if we can just understand that, and this is big. All the distractions of life and things that go on a regular basis will throw us off course. If we could just understand sowing and reaping is a law, we would be good. So, but we're in this microwave society where we want everything to happen so fast. I want to be ripped and just shredded with muscle like today, like right now. Well, it takes time. You have to exercise, and most of us will plant the seed. Okay, so maybe I exercised one time today, and then we don't water it. We don't nurture that seed throughout the growing process that it takes to produce the fruit. So it doesn't happen right away, and then we give up on the fruit. And instead we start planting other seeds, and we let those negative weeds grow inside of our mind, and they produce the fruit inside of our life. And we're not happy, and then we complain about it. But it is not the fruit's problem. It's not the world's problem. You are planting negative seeds and reaping the rewards of what you planted. And really it is that simple. That is what you're doing. So if you want to change the outcome, you want to change the fruit, you got to change the roots. You will not have, different fruits are not going to come from the same roots. So in order to change that, you need to change what you're planting, change what you're sowing, and you'll reap the rewards. Follow the recipe for success. It's out there. There's clues and everything. The same recipe or the same characteristic of failure and never making it is the same recipe or characteristics for making it and being super successful and achieving everything you want. And what it is, the one common thing that they both have is consistency. So people that don't make it consistently plant bad seeds. They consistently get in this stuck routine that's taking them where they're at, and it is the explanation of everything that they've achieved or lack of. Okay? Same thing for successful people. It's just a consistent habit. The thing is, these little small tweaks and things that we do are so small that you cannot see the results. So a redwood tree, how big are the seeds? I don't know. I'm guessing they're pretty small, and they grow this gigantic tree. But if you were just to put that seed in the ground, so look at your dream that way. Look at your goals that way. Your goals are the seeds. But you got to water and nurture those seeds on a daily basis in order to get them. So if your goal is to be in shape and have a six-pack and be shredded and be on a cover of Muscle Magazine or whatever, and you plant that seed, and then you sit on the couch and eat potato chips and watch TV and you have a terrible diet and you don't exercise, don't get upset when you're not getting the results. Now, if you were to do the opposite and you changed the way you eat and you did the exercise and you did everything and you worked for it, you will get what you work for. And it's just that simple. And a big part of this message is definitely for me as well. And I'm working on being more consistent and putting this stuff out there and moving forward in order to help. But that is really, if we were to put it all in a nutshell, there's two things. It's what you believe is limiting you 100%, no matter what. Because whether you believe it or not, it's true. And you're believing one way or the other. So everything roots back to beliefs, okay? And the other one is you will reap what you sow. You cannot stop that. It is the law. You will reap what you sow. Even if you don't believe that one, you can totally not believe it, and you will still reap what you sow. So focus on, look at what you're sowing on a daily basis. Look at what's going in. If your mind, it's been referred to by Earl Nightingale and many other people have copied this analogy of your mind being a field, and you can plant seeds in it, and then it's going to grow and produce the fruit according to the seeds that you plant. Well, your mind is the field. So what are you putting into that field every day? What are you putting in there? And then take a look at what you're putting in there on a daily basis, and then you can understand why you have the fruit that you have, why you have the harvest that you're sowing is directly related to the seeds that you're planting in that field. So take care of your field. Even if you planted a bunch of weeds, and I'm literally hacking through the brush in the weed storm here. Well, start hacking through it. Start putting a positive in there and create that path and start rebuilding. The coolest thing about us as humans is we can change. At any time we can change. Because we could just start planting different seeds and we could change that. So focus on what seeds you're going to plant today and get it done. Remember consistency. You can consistently put stuff off or you can consistently get stuff done. And you get to choose. And another challenge is that we associate so much pain with change just because we're not used to it. It's outside of our comfort zone. I saw Tony Robbins live maybe 3 weeks ago or something like that. And he did a little demonstration I'm going to share with you. So he said, take your hands and go like this. Okay. And then he said, now take them apart and do that again. Take them apart and do that again. Take them apart and do that again. Do that 5 times. Now notice when you do that, which thumb is on top. Like for me, it's my right thumb is over the left. Yours may be different. I don't know what's up with the people that have the left thumb over the other one. It's kind of weird, but right thumb over is the way to go. But whatever's normal for you, that's the way it's automatically going to go without you thinking about it. Natural. Okay? Now switch. It's weird. It's different. It doesn't feel right. Well, when you try to change things in your life that are hardwired into what you do, it's different and it doesn't feel right. So it's outside of your comfort zone. So it's automatically, you're going to find ways, your mind is going to be working. The biggest obstacle you have to overcome every single day is your beliefs and your way of life. And the things that you've done that have got you here are not going to get you there. We have to grow and change. So when it feels uncomfortable to completely change your routine, that's what it is. You're wired with the beliefs and things that you have right now, and it's uncomfortable when you start changing them. But you have to link that change, that sense of different, okay? Or you don't want it. You have to get comfortable getting uncomfortable. Okay, you got to get comfortable outside of your comfort zone in doing things, because when you're doing those things, you're growing. If you're constantly doing the same things, you're not growing. You're not getting any better. So growth, you're going to feel, you're going to get some growing pains, if you will. But you have to don't link that as much to pain as you link it to success and getting where you want to go. In your mind, as you're exercising and you're feeling the pain, or you're going through this new routine and it feels different, think about what it's doing for you. Think about the seeds that you're planting and what that fruit is going to look like when it's done. Because that's what you're doing. The easy way will always be there. You can always go back to the easy way. Mediocrity, poverty, whatever you want to call it, will always be there. You got nothing to lose by going after what you were called to do. Because everything you have, you've already got. So get after it today. Go out there, have some fun. Thanks for tuning in. If this added any value whatsoever, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Until next time.